Today, we are diving into the world of an action role-playing game that may not be on everyone's radar yet, but that is exactly why it could be incredibly exciting for fans of the genre. We are talking about Dragonkin the Banished, an isometric action role-playing game that officially releases in version 1.0 on March 16th, 2026. The big question, of course, is whether this game can truly become an alternative to the well-known giants of the genre, or if it will remain a hidden gem only appreciated by hardcore fans. So sit back, because today we are taking a detailed look at what makes Dragonkin special, which features you can expect, and why the upcoming release could be a defining moment for many players. Dragonkin takes place in a dark fantasy world threatened by so-called blood dragons. Players step into the role of a hero who stands against these creatures, while a larger story unfolds in the background about ancient powers, ruined cities, and legendary warriors. The narrative is not necessarily the main focus of the game. Like many action RPGs, the core experience revolves around defeating enemies, collecting loot, and continuously improving your character. Even so, Dragonkin attempts to make its world feel alive through dialogue, cutscenes, and a city that grows alongside your progress. An interesting design decision becomes clear right at the beginning of the game. Instead of overwhelming players with complex menus, Dragonkin allows you to try multiple classes before making a final choice. This gives you a real sense of how each class plays. For players who are used to navigating massive skill trees in traditional action, RPG, this approach feels modern and accessible. Currently, the known classes include the Knight, a defensive melee fighter capable of controlling large groups of enemies with heavy strikes, the Oracle, a ranged class that uses electrical abilities and powerful area of effect spells, and the Barbarian, an aggressive warrior who grows stronger through a rage mechanic the longer he stays in combat. Even though some classes may feel similar at the moment, the system provides a solid foundation for future builds and expansions. At the heart of the gameplay lies the so-called Ancestral Grid. Within this system, you combine your abilities, modifiers, and even the powers of a small dragon companion that fights alongside you. Over time, this allows your character to evolve significantly. New skills make you stronger, but smaller adjustments such as increased attack speed, movement bonuses, or passive effects also play a major role in shaping your playstyle. The game aims to offer the build freedom fans expect from classic ARPGs without completely overwhelming the player. One feature that sets Dragonkin apart from many other games in the genre is the city system. As you progress through adventures and gather resources, you gradually expand and improve your city. New vendors become available, services are upgraded, and additional gameplay mechanics are unlocked. Upcoming updates aim to refine this system so that the city evolves more naturally with your progress and feels less like a mandatory task. A particularly important step toward release is the introduction of multiplayer. This feature brings a shared city hub, cooperative missions, and a loot system where every player receives their own drops, eliminating competition over items. Players can teleport to each other at any time, complete quests together, and even share gear after picking it up. The goal is to create a relaxed cooperative experience without toxic competition or complicated trading systems. At the same time, core gameplay systems are being adjusted to make combat feel smoother, with many changes directly influenced by community feedback. Of course, no ARPG is complete without a strong endgame, and this is where Dragonkin introduces new ideas. After reaching the maximum level, progression continues through a system called Ancestors and Tributes. Players earn experience to unlock ancestral abilities that further enhance their character and provide additional bonuses. Hunting missions, a key part of the endgame, are also being reworked to become shorter, more rewarding, and overall more engaging. If you are interested in Dragonkin, there are several important dates to remember. Multiplayer launches on February 25th, 2026. Version 1.0 releases on PC on March 16th, 2026, followed shortly by the console release on March 19th. This period could be crucial in determining whether Dragonkin evolves from a hidden gem into a lasting part of the Diablo scene. At the moment, Dragonkin feels like a game full of potential, but also one that still has clear challenges ahead. Many players praise its presentation, visual effects, and ambitious systems, while others criticize the current difficulty level, as enemies can feel too easy in combat, sometimes ends too quickly. The balance between story and gameplay is also a topic of discussion, since dialogue during combat can occasionally feel overwhelming. Dragonkin. The Banished stands right at the edge of its most important moment. With multiplayer, new progression systems, and numerous improvements, the March 16th, 2026 release could become a major turning point. It may not be a direct Diablo killer, but it could very well be the game that brings fresh energy into the genre and offers players a new world to explore. And sometimes it is exactly these smaller projects that surprise us the most.